You know, I still remember that sweltering afternoon in Oak Ridge Falls like it was yesterday, the kind of day where the heat shimmers off the cracked sidewalks, and the whole town feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for something to snap. There I was, Jasmine Hayes, wiping down the sticky counter at Hayes Diner for what felt like the 100th time, my hands raw from the bleach, thinking about how Dad's hospital bills were piling up faster than I could scrape together tips from the handful of regulars who still bothered to show up. I'd left my life in Chicago behind to come back to this dying little spot, taking over the family joint after Dad's heart attack left him bedridden, and man, it was tough watching the factory close, shops board up, folks drifting away like leaves in the wind, all while I clung to this place like it was the last piece of him I had left. Then the doorbell tinkles, and in walks this guy, big, burly, leather jacket patched with that skull and scythe emblem of the Road Reapers Motorcycle Club, beard wild like he'd ridden through a storm, eyes hollowed out from who knows what kind of hell. The few customers freeze old Mrs. Hargrove clutches her teacup like it's a lifeline, and Tom Ellis, the mechanic who's known me since I was knee-high, shoots me this look that says, "Trouble's here, Jazz." But I hear Dad's voice in my head, clear as day. Money's money, and folks are folks, judge him by what they do, not what they wear. So I slide over a menu, pour him some coffee, black and strong, and ask casually, "Rough road out there?" He nods, voice gravelly but soft. "Yeah, heading to Oak Ridge General. Me girl's fighting leukemia, stage 4. Docs say it's touch and go." His hand shakes a bit on the mug, that hospital bracelet peeking out, and my heart twists because I've seen that look in the mirror, back when Dad first got sick, that bone-deep exhaustion mixed with quiet desperation. Before he can even take a second sip, the door swings open again, harder this time, and in struts Officer Kyle Benson with Deputy Sarah Klein trailing behind. Badges gleaming like they own the place. Kyle's got this smirk, the kind that says he's been itching for a fight, and I know why. He's always had it out for outsiders, especially since his brother lost his job at the mill and blamed it on drifters bringing trouble, as if a biker patch was the root of all evil in our tight-knit, whisper-filled town. He leans on the counter, eyes locked on the guy. Let's call him Jake Thompson. I learned later in drawls loud enough for everyone to hear. "Well, look what the wind blew on a Reaper, huh? We don't get your type here often, and when we do, it's usually cause of drugs or worse." Jake keeps his cool, sipping his coffee, mutters, "Just grabbing a bite. Officer, no trouble." But Kyle's not having it, pushes closer, hand twitching toward his holster. "ID now. Can't be too careful with folks like you, patches mean problems, and I've got bulletins stacking up." I feel this heat rising in my chest, because Jake hasn't done a damn thing except exist, and here Kyle is, flexing his authority like it's personal, maybe because his ego's bruised from the town council chewing him out over unsolved petty thefts, or hell, maybe just old-fashioned prejudice baked in from growing up in a place where everyone looks the same, acts the same. Sarah shifts uncomfortably, glancing my way like she knows this is over the line, but she doesn't speak up, not yet. I step between them, voice steady but sharp. "He's a customer. Kyle, paying like anyone else. Back off." Kyle wheels on me, face reddening. "You serious, Jasmine? Siding with this scum?" That patch screams gangbanger, drugs, guns, the works. "You're inviting trouble into Hayes Diner, and this town won't forget it." Jake finally looks up, eyes calm but edged. "You don't know me. Met him, just a dad trying to get to my kid." Kyle laughs, bitter and mocking. "A dad? Save it. Folks like you ruin places like this." I plant my feet, heart pounding. "No, Kyle, folks like you do harassing someone cause you don't like their look. Get out, or I'll call the real law." He snorts, tosses some change on the counter like it's dirt. "You're done here. Jasmine Town's got long memories for traitors." Sarah hesitates, shoots me an apologetic glance before following him out, the bell clanging like a warning shot. The diner goes dead quiet, folks whispering, avoiding my eyes, and by closing time, there's a nasty note taped to the door. "No Reaper lovers welcome, stay out." I rip it down, crumple it, but it stings, you know? That night, visiting Dad at the hospital, I sit by his bed, holding his frail hand, whispering, "I stood up today, Dad, like you taught me, but it might cost us everything." Folks are turning, calling me trouble just for being kind. He doesn't respond, machines beeping softly, but I feel his strength in me, that quiet resolve. even as fear gnaws at my gut, wondering if I'd just doomed the diner for good. Next morning, the place is a ghost town of regulars, coffee going cold, me pacing like a caged animal, thinking about how the homeowners association whispers had probably spread the word, folks scared of change, jealous maybe that I was holding on when their businesses folded, or just plain misunderstanding what kindness looks like in a world full of suspicion. Then the door opens, and in walk these two strangers, tall guy with a subtle Reaper pin, woman with a warm smile, and he says, "Jasmine Hayes? I'm Alex Thompson, Jake's brother. This is my wife, Karen. He told us what you did, standing up when no one else would." My guard's up, but their eyes are genuine, and Karen adds softly, "You saw the man, not the jacket. His girl's Mia, fighting hard, and your kindness. It meant the world." We chat over coffee, and Alex grins. "Give it a few minutes, you'll see our thanks." That's when I hear Ida low rumble, like thunder rolling in from the hills, growing louder, shaking the windows. I step to the door, and holy crap, motorcycles everywhere, dozens, then hundreds, chrome gleaming, riders in leather from chapters across the state, pulling up in waves, dismounting with nods and quiet respect. Alex explains, "Word spread fast in our world. You treated one of us like family, so now you're family." The diner fills up, riders ordering plates, laughing softly, and suppliers show up with crates covered, they say, an investment in decency. Locals start peeking out, curious, then crossing the street. My old friend Ellie slips in, grins sheepishly. "Still got those blueberry pancakes? Mind if I sit with these folks?" Conversations spark Mrs. Hargrove chatting quilts with a tough-looking biker chick, Tom teaching dominoes to a group with tattoos snaking up their arms. Even Sarah Klein shows up in civvies, accepts a coffee with a quiet, "You were right yesterday, Jassery, I didn't say it then." The energy builds, electric, and then the door opens wide. Victor Reyes, president of the Riverside chapter, steps in, massive presence, beard like a lion's mane, but eyes kind. He shakes my hand, booms to the room. "Listen up, Jasmine here didn't judge, didn't back down. She saw a father in pain and offered grace. In our code, that earns protection." Hayes Diner rides with the Reapers now. And anyone got a problem? They got one with all of us. Cheers erupt, fists pounding tables, and I catch Jake in the crowd, smiling tired but true, whispering later, "Mia's treatment's turning a corner. Early signs good, and she wants to meet the woman who stood up for her dad." Tears prick my eyes as the party spills outside, music blasting from a bike stereo, kids weaving through the chrome on their scooters. Dad even wheeled out for a bit, his eyes lighting up at the life buzzing around his legacy. Kyle slinks in later, hat in hand, mutters, "Coffee." I pour it, let the silence hang, and he finally grumbles, "Town's shifting." Maybe I was wrong. It's satisfying, that humbling, but as the sun sets, bikes rumbling away, leaving me with a custom vest patched, "Friend of the Reapers protected," and a note from Jake saying Mia's smiling again. I stand there, apron still on, breathing in the miracle. Oak Ridge Falls changed that day from fear to something warmer. Folks mingling, diner thriving with new faces, old prejudices cracking like dry earth after rain. But here's the thing that sticks with me. Is it right to risk everything for a stranger? Or should I have played it safe, let the badges win? Kindness won out, reshaped us all. But what if it hadn't? Makes you wonder about those lines we draw in our own backyards. Hey, if this hit home, drop a like, subscribe for more real-life twists that make you think, and hit that bell to miss out. But tell me in the comments, would you stand up like that, even if it turned your world upside down? What's the wildest act of kindness you've seen backfire or pay off? Share your stories. Let's talk about where justice really lies in these messy community clashes.